second speaker. Let's welcome Mr. Rob Willis from Berkeley Group.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here today. My name's Rob, here from the Berkeley Group Singapore office. And I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to the Berkeley Group. Of course, you saw the video at the beginning. But ultimately, at the Berkeley Group, we are the biggest property developer in London, and one of the key property developers in London. Ultimately, what we do is all about placemaking. What that means is that we're not just trying to create a place of just homes. It's about ensuring that we provide opportunities for everyone. They're mixed-use developments that incorporate commercial, retail, residential on the developments themselves. Also, we very much look at adding value to the areas that we invest in. So it's about investing along new infrastructure lines or creating new infrastructure, which ultimately transform the areas that we're developing. And what this ultimately means is that, we take a brownfield site, which could have poor connections, and over 15, 20 years, we'll build a new train line or a new station, we'll build new communities, and essentially build it up to be a brand new place where people want to live and work. And what essentially that does is help increase the values of those areas. Also, everything that we do is for the long term. So, we're not looking at sort of a 2-3 year plan. Our strategy is over sort of 20 and 30 years in terms of our developments, in terms of the land that we're looking for. So, things such as Brexit or, COVID-19 in the short term is certainly not something that we look out for, but it's not something that defines our business.
Oke, halo semuanya, nama saya Rob dan hari ini saya akan berbicara mengenai Berkeley Group secara singkat. Jadi Berkeley Group adalah salah satu developer properti terbesar di London dan kami saat ini beroperasi di banyak tempat di London, di Southeast of the UK. Selama 5 tahun terakhir kami telah membangun lebih dari 19.000 rumah. Jadi kami membangun rumah untuk semua orang di seluruh UK, terutama di Southeast of the UK. Visi kami adalah tentang bukan hanya membuat rumah, tapi kami juga membuat suatu komunitas. Jadi yang kami bangun adalah pengembangan untuk masa depan dan untuk komunitas semua orang. Dan dalam hal yang kami lakukan adalah kami menambahkan nilai pada proyek-proyek yang kami bangun, terlepas apakah itu proyek infrastruktur seperti jalur railway, kereta yang nanti Anda lihat di Southall, tapi juga kami membangun seperti sekolah, supermarket, perkantoran, dan juga proyek-proyek bangunan yang lainnya. Jadi yang kami lakukan ini benar-benar untuk jangka panjang.
Okay. Great. So in terms of the Berkeley Group, we ultimately have over 70 developments under construction right now. And these range in terms of development from, sort of 10 houses up to, 5,500 property regeneration schemes. And, their locations range from Zone 1, Central London, Zone 2, Zone 3, and out to the home counties as well. So ultimately, we have something for everyone. There are studio apartments, 1 beds, 2 beds, 3 beds, 4 bedrooms, there's houses, and same in terms of our price point. We start from about £200,000 in Birmingham, and all the way up to in excess of £70 million. So, no matter, what you're looking for, if you're looking for an opportunity in London or in the UK, there's certainly opportunities that we can talk about.
Ya, dalam hal perkembangan, saat ini kami memiliki 70 pembangunan konstruksi di UK dan South of England, tapi terutama fokusnya di London. Kami mulai dari apartemen, studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. Jadi apapun yang Anda cari, kami punya sesuatu yang bisa kami tawarkan. Lalu harga yang kami pasarkan itu dimulai dari sekitar 200.000 pound sterling sampai kurang lebih dari 70 juta pound sterling. Jadi harganya ada di antara itu. Jadi kami memiliki peluang di seluruh Inggris.
Great. And finally, just on the company, It's about our financial strength and our financial position. So, we're a FTSE 100 listed company, which ultimately means we're one of the 100 biggest companies in the UK with a market capitalization of 5.6 billion. But importantly, with over 70 development sites in one of the most expensive property markets in the world, we have zero gearing and zero debt. With over 1.1 billion pounds in the bank. And what this means for you as investors investing from Indonesia and sort of 10,000 miles away is that you can be secure in the knowledge that we have the funds and will complete on the development that we have. We've been building for 44 years now. We've never failed to complete on a development, and we certainly won't do moving forward, as we've got over 1.9 billion pounds in forward sales over the next 3 years.
Ya, sedikit ini mengenai kinerja finansial kami. Kami terdaftar di Bursa Efek FTSE, jadi kami merupakan 100 perusahaan teratas di UK, di Inggris. Dan yang terpenting dengan 70 proyek yang sedang kami bangun, kami memiliki zero gearing dan tidak ada hutang sama sekali. Dan saat ini kami memiliki sekitar 1,1 miliar pound sterling di bank. Ya, artinya kalau ketika Anda nanti berinvestasi dari Indonesia, jadi Anda tidak perlu khawatir karena kami memiliki kemampuan dan selalu menyelesaikan apa yang sudah kami bangun. Jadi kami tidak pernah gagal dalam menyelesaikan pembangunan kami. Dan sebagai grup kami telah menghasilkan 2 miliar pound sterling dalam pendapatan tahunan. Kami juga punya 1,9 miliar pound sterling penjualan untuk kedepannya yang dijamin selama beberapa tahun ke depan. Jadi saat ini kami berada di dalam posisi yang sangat kuat.
So now let's talk about one of our newest regeneration projects called Southall Waterside, which is one of the largest and most significant regeneration projects in London.
Ya, jadi saat ini adalah kami akan memberikan overview mengenai Southall Waterside Project. Ini adalah salah satu proyek regenerasi yang paling signifikan dan terbesar di London.
So where is Southall Waterside located? Well, ultimately it's located in West London, in the London borough of Ealing, which is a popular and affluent area of London. It's essentially located between Heathrow Airport and Ealing itself, with fantastic transport infrastructure to get access into London itself, around it, and also out to the west of the UK.
Ya, jadi ini adalah peta proyek kami. Kami terletak di antara Heathrow Airport dan Ealing, dan ada di West London.
So in terms of the site itself, it ultimately is going to sit on an 88-acre site, which you can see outlined here below on the slide. Essentially, it used to be some old gas holders. In more recent times, it's been a car park or an overflow car park for Heathrow Airport. But we're essentially going to completely transform this into a brand new village and hub for West London.
Ya, ini adalah lokasi pembangunan kami, luasnya yaitu sekitar 88 acres, yaitu sekitar 35 hektar di Southall. Jadi lokasi ini tadinya adalah lapangan parkir di Heathrow Airport. Jadi kami akan mentransformasi lokasi ini menjadi satu pembangunan yang besar.
As I said earlier, transport infrastructure and connections to transportation is essential for regeneration projects and for all of our developments. And Southall Waterside is perfectly located, whether or not that's from trains, planes, or by car. So, we've got the M4 motorway that sits about 1.5 miles away from our site. And this gives you great access via car into central London or west out into the rest of the UK. Not only that, we have the M25, which is the ring road around London, is located just a few miles away as well. Of course, we've got Heathrow Airport just 8 minutes away. But most importantly, we've got the Crossrail coming to the development. Crossrail is the biggest infrastructure project in Europe and is essentially a high-speed line that will take you from east to west London and connect London from east to west like it never has been before. what this means is that somewhere like Southall Waterside can be in Heathrow in just 8 minutes, can be at Paddington, which is Zone 1 Central London, in just 14 minutes, Bond Street, which is the shopping area, like Oxford Street, that Piccadilly, in just 17 minutes. You can get to Liverpool Street, the CBD, in 24 minutes, and you can get directly to Canary Wharf, the financial capital of the UK and one of the financial capitals of the world, in just 31 minutes.
Oke, jadi ini adalah salah satu hal utama mengenai Southall. Kenapa orang-orang akan berinvestasi di daerah ini? Karena ada transport infrastructure yang Berkeley Group lakukan. Jadi kalau untuk lokasinya ini ke Heathrow Airport hanya 8 menit saja. Lalu ada nanti M4 London yang bolak-balik antara east to west. Jadi kalau mau ke Central London nanti sudah bisa sangat mudah sekali. Lalu ada M25 Ring Road, itu jalan lingkar, jadi seperti jalan tol highway, sekitar bisa ditempuh hanya dalam jarak 9 km saja. Lalu ada Crossrail Line and National Rail Line yang akan take you directly to Central London, sekitar 25 km. Lalu ke Paddington juga hanya 40 menit saja, ke Bond Street, Farringdon, CBD Liverpool, dan Canary Wharf, dan City London. Jadi nanti Crossrail ini nanti bisa diakses ke semua tempat. Crossrail ini baru selesai nanti tahun depannya. Jadi kalau sudah selesai dibangun, nanti nilainya pasti akan naik, akan ada kenaikan harga lagi. Jadi kurang lebih Southall ini tempatnya mirip kalau di Serpong, sekitar 25 km dari CBD. Jadi kalau kita pakai Crossrail itu sekitar 14 menit sudah bisa ditempuh. Ini bisa dilihat dari sini sekitar 5 menit ke Ealing Broadway, ke 8 menit ke Heathrow Central, 14 menit ke Paddington, 17 menit ke Bond Street, 19 menit ke Tottenham, 22 menit ke Farringdon, 24 menit ke Liverpool, dan yang terjauh ke Canary Wharf itu sekitar 31 menit.